Hi everyone, it's Jerica. Welcome back to Body for Days by Jerica. In this video, I'm going to show you an easy meal prep to lose weight all in under an hour. I did not lose weight by spending hours in the kitchen, so you don't have to either. By the end of this video, you'll have everything you need to prep the meals that are quick, easy, delicious, and doable. So stick around for my tips and how I make it healthy, effortless, delicious. Today we're gonna make breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. So first we're gonna start off with our breakfast. We're going to use some 17-gram protein yogurt. It is zero sugar, which I love, and is high in protein, which I love. Okay, so it's 17 grams of protein per serving for the yogurt. All right, so they have different variety of flavors in this. I'm gonna add some vanilla protein to give me some more protein. All right, so you want to aim for 30 to 50 grams of protein per meal. And now this prep, it gets messy because you have to thoroughly mix the protein powder. Okay, if not, it's going to be clumpy. You might as well just make some biscuits. Okay, so make sure you get it blended, mixed thoroughly. You can use a spoon. You don't have to use a blender. The best way to use a spoon, and to be patient. Just like you want to lose weight, you got to be patient doing this as well. Your weight loss is about patience, and it's about your overall results over time and trusting the process. Okay, so you get these blended out. This is a great way to start your day with protein. You want to have protein, something low in sugar, to keep you fuller longer. Okay, so I did 3 of these because I noticed that if it goes over 3 days, I start getting really bored. I start getting really anxious, and ultimately I want something else. Okay, so having 3 days of meal prep per week, and then I do another 3 days, it gives me more variety, and it gives me a little bit of something to do and ways to get creative in the kitchen. So I chose to do the vanilla Greek yogurt. They do have different flavors. Just keep it simple. Okay, KISS. Keep it simple. You know the word. Okay, if y'all know the acronyms, you know the acronyms. Keep it simple. Don't try to do too many things that are complex, especially if you're needing a starting point and you have problems with eating and overindulging. Okay, especially for my overthinkers. Sometimes you can overthink yourself into a bad meal. Okay, don't spend all day thinking about your protein intake. Go ahead and prep it and get started. Remember to like, share, comment, and make sure you watch to the end of the video for more tips. All right, in this recipe I chose to use blueberries because they have antioxidants and they have source of fiber, and they're low in sugar. Okay, so you want to pick something that's low in sugar, like I told you, especially to start your day. Next, we're going into our lunch meal. We have some diced onions and bell peppers, some dairy-free Mexican blend cheese, and some sweet potatoes, which is going to be our carbs, and we're going to use some lean ground beef. Now, I love turkey, I love chicken, but nothing hit like that lean ground beef. Okay, so first we're going to get our sweet potatoes cut up. Okay, now these sweet potatoes had been sweet potatoing on my counter for a while, and I was like, you know what? It's time to use these things before they dehydrate themselves. All right, so I was like, okay, let me just put them into play. All right, so if you're gonna have your carb, you want to have your carb midday. Okay, carbs is a carb. Sweet potato, rice, potato, a carb is a carb. Bread, a carb is a carb. It's going to ultimately turn into sugar. Okay, so you want to have this in the middle of the day, because in the night when you're fasting, you want your insulin level to go down. You want to burn fat. Okay, That's the science to it. Put this in the oven on 475. I am using butter spray, okay? I kicked out the olive oil because it was sitting on my belly, and I was using just way too much olive oil, and it was just, I was out of control with the olive oil, okay? So if you get out of control with the olive oil, you know who you are. So I started to go to butter spray and ultimately grass-fed butter, okay? So this is going to go into the oven on 475. Right now, my house is so hot because I had the oven already prepped, okay? Prep. You have to prep, just like you prep for date night, just like you prep to go to work, you like prep for a presentation, prep for your meal prep. Have everything ready. The oven was already ready. By the time I finished with my ground beef, the sweet potatoes were done, okay? So I'm adding the ground beef here. I'm adding some onions and bell peppers. They were already cut, which saved me time, okay? If y'all know me, if you've been watching my videos, I'm terrible at cutting. I will cut the brakes off some stuff. We're going to use some minced garlic. We're going to use some chili crisp. This chili crisp is bomb. And some pepper and some taco seasoning. So the chili crisp that I use, it is so good. I got it from Publix. It is a 10 out of 10. I also add parsley to all my dishes for freshness. And I did use a little bit of taco seasoning as well. And that's all I use. That's all you're going to need for this recipe, okay? You don't have to over season it. This is going to be enough to get you what you need, okay? So I like to brown my ground beef. And I use my meal prep containers. These are not the most fancy meal prep containers, but the reason I love these meal prep containers, because if you can see, put your binoculars on, put your glasses on, it has how many cups or the measurements of each portion, okay? It gives you portion control. So I put my carbs in the 1 cup. You don't have to fill your meal prep containers up to the rim, okay? That's just like, you know, portion control. You don't have to fill the plate up to feel like it's enough, okay? So I'm putting my sweet potato down, which is my carb, and I'm adding my ground beef. Now, I do like the juice of the ground beef. It keeps it moist. It keeps it moist. It keeps it from drying out. Nobody likes no dried out ground beef, okay? So you can take the juice, you can pour it in there, or you can do it how I'm doing it, okay? Now, the cup that is on this side that I'm putting the ground beef is 2 cups, okay? I'm not using 2 cups. I am on high protein and low carb. So the most carb I'll have in my day is either in a protein shake, which I have in between meals, and in my sweet potato, and I do use the rest of the ground beef to make snacks. I'll make some wraps. I'll use some low carb tortillas or some 0 carb keto tortillas to make me a snack if I get hungry, okay? Next, I go in with the cheese. Always be mindful, just because it's a good thing and it's dairy free, you still want to be mindful of what you're consuming, because all of those calories, they add up over time. And if you're having a little bit here, a little bit there, it ultimately adds up to a lot, okay? I make my ingredients go a long way. I'm using the bell pepper and onion again on top because I cook the brakes off of them while, cooking my ground beef. You don't want to try to cook all your nutrients out of your fruits, vegetables, or your sweet potatoes, okay? How do you know if you're cooking the nutrients out? If they're really, really soggy. The nutrients are in the pan. It's in the air. So you want to make sure that you're not cooking your nutrients out, okay? And I add a little bit of parsley to the top, and this will serve as a lunch meal. It's very filling. It's very delicious. If you wanted to add a little bit more cheese, a little bit of sour cream on top, it will serve for the perfect bowl for your lunchtime meal that will keep you full until your dinner or until you come to your snack. So next we're going with the next meal, paprika. cayenne, crisp pepper, okay? Show your meat some love. I am using some chicken thighs. I had 2 packs of chicken thighs. I washed them, got them into a bowl, and I'm adding my ingredients. Again, I'm adding some paprika. Somebody write it down. Paprika, cayenne, pepper, the chili crisp, parsley. I put parsley on all my dishes, okay? Not only does it make it look beautiful, but it has a beautiful and refreshing taste, okay? So you want to show some love. And this chili crisp, I'm not sponsoring it, y'all. It is so good, okay? I use this whole container, and y'all know I like spicy food, which is probably why I don't have a gallbladder, okay? Okay, so you get it mixed thoroughly throughout your meat. Show some love to your meat. Tenderize it. You can put it in a bag if you don't like touching meat. You can marinate it overnight, which will make it more flavorful. But if you're like me, you're busy, you're already on borrowed time and pressed for time, this is the way to do it. So you want to brown the outside of your chicken thighs first. I'm using a grill pan. I've had this grill pan for like 4 years. It does wonders. Brown your chicken thighs, okay? And then you want to turn the heat down low to let them cook thoroughly, okay? I did use a little bit of grass-fed butter, and I did use the spray that I had that I showed you guys, which is, I think it was the Great Value butter spray. I told you guys I was cutting back on my oil. So in this video, other than that spray and the grass-fed butter, I did not use any oils, okay? So you want to get this cooked thoroughly through, and it's delicious. Baby, I want the whole neighborhood to smell my house, okay? I went in and I added some red pepper flakes. Again, another reason why I probably don't have a gallbladder. It's probably going to happen anyway, but I'm just talking mess. Y'all know how I am. If you're new here, you know, it's some real content right here. And it smells so good. Now I'm gonna prep my salad. Okay, so this is gonna be my dinner. Okay, it's dense, it's high protein. I have my cucumber. You can use 1 to 2 cucumbers for this recipe. You can use some tomatoes. Tomatoes are great for your belly as well, especially for women. So you can use the cherry tomatoes that I'm using, and you can use 1 cucumber, or you can use 2 cucumbers for this recipe as well. Cucumbers are also full of water. You can not cut the cherry tomatoes because these were like really juicy, like the juiciest tomatoes I've had in a while. And these little things have some power. Okay, so you can put them in there whole like they are, or you can cut them up for your salad. Next, I have some eggs, another source of protein, about 6 grams of protein per egg. And I do peel eggs like a 2-year-old on Easter. Okay, my husband does all the peeling of eggs, but he was busy at the moment. So I butchered these eggs, but nevertheless, they're going in the same place to do the same thing. For my leafy green, I chose some arugula. Arugula helps me feel really full. I like the taste of arugula. And when I eat arugula, I feel like that girl. I feel like the finest girl walking when I have arugula. I feel rich. That's how the taste is. If you haven't tried it, give it a try and then come back and let me know how you liked it. And it helps me not feel gassy and bloated. Okay, so next, prepping time was very easy because I was already ready. I knew what I was going to have. I know what my goals are. I know that I need protein. I know that I need leafy greens. So prepping this meal prep was very easy. I had everything already ready, which is why it took me an hour to do this. Even with the kids in the fridge and the kids running around, I was focused and I had tunnel vision. Next, let's go to our dressing prep. Okay, so I'm using Big Unk sugar-free balsamic. Big Unk. He has the best dressings. No cap. I would love to meet him. I would love to hang out with him. Big Unk got the best dressings. Okay, sugar-free, very flavorful. He's in every store. Okay, and these containers came from either Target or Publix. Portion control, sneaky calories. Dressings are y'all know I love some ranch. Y'all know I love to drizzle my salad, but I'm trying to do right. If you know better, you do better. Okay, next we're getting our chicken put on to our container. I love these containers. Again, they're not the most beautiful, they're not the most expensive, but they give you a great portion control. And if you're struggling with eating too much, then you need something that's going to give you that portion control. Okay, so you know when this container fills up or is halfway full, that's enough. That is enough. Okay, with the chicken thighs, I already measured the chicken thighs. If you eat the same things, it'll take you less time with trying to calculate your protein. Now, when you get all fancy, trying to ball your fists up and trying to say, okay, this is enough, that's enough. If you don't like eating the same things, I'm sorry, sometimes you're going to have to eat the same things, okay? Especially if you're getting the results. I give you easy recipes here, easy workouts on my channel. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Let me know if you want more videos like this by saying more, please. Hit that notification bell, subscribe, become part of the Body for Days community, and I'll see you guys on the next meal prep.